Hare Krishna, dear all, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to teach you all how to stitch tutu skirt for Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Mai. So in this video I'm going to teach for Subhadra Mai's skirt and the Dupatta. So let's get started. First we got to take the measurement of Subhadra Mai waist. That is going to be 5 inches, and the length I'm going to take, it's 1.5. I'm going to take 2.5 inches length. So the fabric I'm using is a net fabric. It's a stiff net fabric. I'm going to do it in white color. I'm using satin as a lining fabric, and I'm using these kind of satin ribbons. These are 1.5 inches ribbon. So I'm marking on the fabric for 2.5 inches width, and I'm taking 47 inches width of the fabric. So the length is going to be 2.5 and the width is going to be 47 inches. So why I'm taking 47 inches? So that you get nice gathers. When we do gathers, we get nice gathers. So that's why I'm taking 47 inches. So now we got to stitch all the 3 ribbons as you prefer. So this is how I am going to place it, and I'm going to start stitching on the net fabric. And for the lining I am taking 2.5 inches and 10 inches width, 2.5 inches length and 10 inches width fabric for the lining. Remember, we should not stitch the lining and the main fabric together. First you start stitching the main fabric, that is the net fabric. Please fold and stitch the corners, the ends, so that the rough edges are not seen. So on the both the ends you fold it and stitch it as shown in the video. After this, so this is how it is going to look. After this, place a satin ribbon. Since I'm stitching for 4 inches DTs, I've taken a 1/4 inch satin ribbon. So if you're going to stitch it for 6 inch DTs or 8 inch DTs, 10 inch, you can take 1/2 inch satin ribbon, so that will look good. So here I've taken 1/4 inch satin ribbon and I'm start stitching on the net fabric. You just give a run stitch. So you got to stitch the same way in all the 3 colors. So I'm using 3 colors. You can use 4 also, you can use 2 also. So you can even use 1 inch satin ribbon of one color. So it will look nice. It's up to your creativity. I'm now again using the blue color, and you continue the same steps and start stitching it before gathering the fabric. So you fold the ends and you stitch it. So after this, near the waistline I'm leaving 1/2 inch gap and I'm start stitching. I've used a blue thread to just show you all to make the difference. So I've used a blue thread and I'm stitching in the waistline. Give 1/2 inch seam allowance and start stitching. So this is how it is going to look. I've increased the stitch length. I've used 4 number. You can also increase the stitch length to 4 so that it's easier to form gathers. Here I'm going to, the bobbin thread is white and the front up stitch is blue color. So using the bobbin thread, that is the white thread, I'm pulling the bobbin thread. So when you pull the bobbin thread, you will form the gathers are formed. So this is how it will look. So you gently pull the bobbin thread, very gently, keep pulling on both the ends so that you form the gathers. The gathers are formed. After forming the gathers, you just measure for the waist. So waist it is 6 inches, so I'm going to pull even more and make it for 5 inches. Since the waist measurement is 5, I'm gathering it some more and making it for 5 inches. So you again, after doing it, you just recheck it. So it's going to be 5 inches. And after gathering, please knot on the ends on both the sides. Please knot using the bobbin thread and the top thread, and then you make a knot. So why are we knotting? It will secure your gathers. The gathers will not remove, so that is why we knot it. So now it is secured. Now for the lining, all the three sides you fold and stitch it. Okay, so to bind the raw edges, we fold all the three sides and stitch. In this you can give two sides, you can fold it and stitch, and the bottom side you can also zigzag it. So when you zigzag it, it gives a nice finish too. So I'm folding it and stitching it. I've taken 2.5 for 10 inches. So I'm just taking 10 inches because already the skirt is full flare and big. So when you use even the lining cloth of the same fabric, how much we took, it will become very flare, and there will be more gathers, and for the DTs won't be seen since the DTs are very small. So I've just taken 10 inches lining cloth. After that, what you do, you keep it and start stitching to the main fabric on the net fabric. Here our waist measurement is 5 inches only, so you got to form small pleats and you got to adjust it for the 5 inches also. So the I've stitched it, I've given small pleats, and I've attached it to the net fabric. Now we'll fix the waistband. I've taken a piece of fabric, the same net fabric. You first stitch it and turn it over, and you can stitch it. You fold the fabric. I've taken 2 inches and the length is 6 inches. So I folded the corners and I'm stitching it. You can bind the corners so that the raw edges are not seen and you get a neat finish. So this is how you attach. I've attached it first on the right side of the fabric. Now you turn over it and stitch it. So in this point, if you want to give a tag, you can give it and then stitch it. In this I'm going to use velcro for attaching. So I'm using a small velcro piece, one on the top of the fabric in the one corner. The next is going to be behind the fabric, behind the skirt on the next corner. So it's going to be behind the fabric and you stitch it. So why velcro? Velcro gives, instead of always we tie it up with the use of a string or a tape, and now I've used velcro so that it gives a nice finish, nice fit. So this is how it is going to look. So now for the dupatta, I've used 5 inches and 15 inches length, the same net fabric. I'm following the same method of stitching all the 3 ribbons. So done. This is going to be my dupatta. Even for dupatta, I'm making gathers. So why am I making? So after gathering, it will look like this. So after gathering, you just knot it. So knotting is very important because it will secure our gathers. So this is how it is going to look. The skirt and the dupatta is ready. So this is how it is going to look. It will give you nice circular, fully it will get covered, and the dupatta is going to look like this. If you want even more lengthier one, you can even take around 20 inches. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe and share my channel. Hare Krishna.